2022 comes with a big milestone for downtown Sioux Falls business.
Thomas James and Bechtold Jewelry celebrating 120 years. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Sarah McDonald looks back at its history and how the business is marking the occasion.
I've even saved the last graver he sharpened.
Thomas Faney got a start in jewelry when he was just a teenager.
About 13, 14 years old, I started working for my dad. As I went through high school, I had opportunities to go to college for music and art. My dad asked me to come down and work at the shop full time. So I did, and I fell in love with it.
He's now the CEO and master jeweler at Thomas James and Bechtold Jewelry. Faney took over ownership of the business in 2018. But his history with the Bechtold family goes all the way back to 1950.
Bechtolds was my dad's very first customer. And so they had maintained that relationship and friendship all the way through. I've had that relationship with the Bechtold family all these years, starting with Bud Bechtold. You know, I didn't know J.H. Bechtold. He's the originator from 1902, so he was long gone before I came along. But Bud Bechtold was a great man. He died in 2002, but I had the pleasure of working for him.
While that is how Faney got involved with the business, the Bechtold family opened up their store in 1902 in Sioux Falls. Their first location was at 9th and Phillips.
They originally moved from Duluth, Minnesota. They moved here and started the jewelry store. Back in those days, the jewelers were also opticians. The very first glass crystal for glasses was cut right here at Bechtold Jewelry.
In 1947, the business moved down the street to its current location along Phillips Avenue.
Bud Bechtold took it over as the second generation. And the third generation included the rest of the family. You know, you had Ann Bechtold in here. Most of the family worked here.
The display cases that you see in the store are original, making them also 120 years old. There are LED lights that were just installed in December.
Faney says the jewelry industry has changed over the years.
There's always trends, but chain stores came into play. You know, in the late 70s and into the 80s. Manufacturing went overseas for most of these pieces. We have mostly either stuff that we make here or vendors just right here in the U.S.
But one thing has remained the same, and that's the meaning behind jewelry.
The emotions that go through this store on a daily basis. It's full of relationships, it's full of hugs, it's full of tears. It's full of joy.
Elizabeth Zokaitis can agree with that statement. She's worked here for a year and a half as a jewelry design consultant.
Jewelry is all about making memories, and so every time someone comes in, they either have a story behind a piece that they need repaired, or that they're remaking, or that they're buying. So it's pretty awesome that I get to help people with that.
There aren't too many businesses that can say they've had a spot in downtown Sioux Falls for 120 years. That's why Faney says 2022 is a year for celebration. Each month they will have different events to get everyone involved.
For Valentine's Day, we're going to be giving out a dozen roses for purchases, and then somebody's going to get 120 roses. That's our Valentine's Day deal. We're doing something special for March. It's in the works yet, but in April we're doing a 120 egg scavenger hunt.
Living history in Sioux Falls, and so I get to partake in that, and we have such a creative atmosphere here. I really enjoy it.
Helping people make memories for over a century.
We feel like we're part of the community, we're part of the downtown Sioux Falls, so we're part of the history of the city now. We take that responsibility pretty heavily, so we make sure that we maintain that integrity that the Bechtold family always had, and we make sure that we're going to continue that.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Sarah McDonald.
What a legacy. Now, September 10th is the actual date for the 120th anniversary. Faney says he is working on a way to celebrate with the Bechtold family.